Hey guys, forget Patrick. Get down! All right, no, I'm just here, doing the show because Patrick is Patrick, and you guys want some more entertainment. So we got some fun cosplayers here, not Patrick. Woo-hoo! Everybody love, comment, tell us which ones you like and what you want them to do next.
Not quite accurate cosplay. Make sure you shoot them a follow. They're our superstars. Because since last week, dude, we should actually turn the show over to them because they get more views than us. Like they're over like almost 2,000 views.
I mean, I understand they get more views than you.
That is true.
Sorry, it's the truth. No. But no, we love Patrick. We love cosplay. We love everybody.
We do. It's an amazing time. It's the holidays now. We're into December, bro. Are you
done
on your Christmas shopping?
No, I happen to be the one amazing individual that was able to finalize the social contract with everybody that I don't give into the commercialism.
I like it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a hard social contract to sign.
How about you all? Have you done any holiday shopping? Are you set? Have you put your Amazon wish list together and sent them to the proper authorities?
Yes.
Okay. I was actually in charge of that one.
I actually just did mine earlier today because I'm part of like a...
Why is everything about Amazon wish list? Where's the Toys R Us Big Book of Toys?
Oh, I know, right? My
I
daughter...
sent that to my father. Oh, wait.
Oh.
You caused that problem yourself. Maybe Atrocious will help you out.
So yeah, I've been getting all that done. It's the holiday season. I like this time of year. It's fun. But yeah, this is our first episode for the holiday season. A lot of cool stuff going on. Since we did our last episode, the Avengers Infinity War trailer, which is what I'm talking about again on them. They gave us the most views with their trailer reaction. We don't know your opinion because they saw my opinion with my daughter. We did that reaction. But Giano, we didn't really see because you were the one, I think, filming.
Yep.
Giano, Adam, just quick thoughts on the Avengers trailer.
Well, that's why I keep myself close to the vest, so you have to come here to see my reaction.
Yeah.
Source.
Oh, so again, while we're shooting at Painted Visions, Comics, Cards, and Games. If you don't have, we didn't do our sell on Painted Visions off the top like we do.
Come buy stuff.
I mean, you don't need to do the sell. I'm here. I am the sell. But no, I thought that the Thanos movie Infinity War looked really good. I have no problem with the fact that he looks like a really big, angry California raisin. I mean...
Did you all see the memes? Did you see the
Yes!
meme?
I love the meme.
No, but
this is our meme queen.
There's nothing wrong with me. People say Reddit's a terrible place. It's just for terrible people. But no, I'm really looking forward to this one. Obviously, Black Panther is going to fill in a lot of plot holes for this because it looks like the movie's going to take place majority in Wakanda.
Yeah.
And then I'm also really wondering, are they going to take from the legacy revelation we had recently that Wakanda is actually an intergalactic empire?
I think that's what they are doing. And I think actually what we're seeing, we got more so like what you said Wakanda. I think, and another friend online brought this up, I think we'll see half the fighters on, because there's such an enormous cast of Avengers that we're getting finally in this film. We'll have like a set group of Avengers here on Wakanda and then another set group off in space.
Oh,
you
no,
know, in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how they're going to, that is definitely probably the way they're going to capitalize on having all this personality on one screen, is divide and conquer.
Yeah.
So you'll always have somebody big name on the screen, but yeah, obviously we know we got half the cast in Wakanda. Yeah. I don't imagine they're going to cross over much, but I'm sure there will be some big, oh my God, how'd they get everybody on the same screen moment.
All right, Giano, your thoughts?
Well, I did enjoy it. I think they gave just the right amount for what everybody's been waiting for, just kind of make you a little more hungry. But I will be honest, the very first thing I noticed when I watched the trailer is kind of my own prediction about something. I can already guess at least one person who's going to die.
All right, I love that segue. Real quick, each of us, who do we think is going to die? At least, because we know it's going to be divided up into two different films.
Well, hold on. What? No, I thought they squashed that.
Nope.
I think it's still two different films.
It's still two films.
Well, they're not calling it Part 1 and Part 2 anymore then.
No, I think it's going to have a different name.
Right now, it's just known as Avengers 4.
Well,
but it's supposed to be a continuation of Infinity War.
We won't separate who's going to die in Part 1, Part 2. Let's just, who do we think is going to die?
Well, apparently he knows.
I have a prediction based on one of the scenes. If I had to guess, I've got 3 people who I think are going to die.
Give it to us.
Loki.
No.
Unfortunately, I feel like he served his purpose. I hate to say it.
Okay.
I love him, but I think he served his purpose.
Yeah.
2, Rhodey. I think Rhodey's going to get toasted because, yes, it's awesome to see War Machine, in live action, but what has he actually done? He's more of a MacGuffin than anything. And 3rd, Pepper Potts. Because who else would Tony be on his knees
Kill some side
kissing the
characters.
hand of, freaking out like that, except for Pepper?
Got it.
And if you look at that hand, it's a very dainty hand.
Could be Loki.
I'm not saying.
Brandy, who you got? Do you echo?
I kind of echo. I'm with the whole Rhodey and Pepper.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave Loki alone for now until I see evidence otherwise.
He's a goddamn god.
Yeah, that's why I don't
and
think
he's faked
Loki's
his
gonna
death
go.
numerous times,
Yeah.
so you never know.
He is the god of love.
Yeah, I don't know about the look. Red?
No one.
Oh, because she's a Marvel fan. I know you don't want any of them to die.
No one does.
I'm
Adam?
going to go with Mr. Rogers and Mr. Stark. I mean Mr. Rogers as in the
Yeah,
neighborhood
Steve?
guy. No, the neighborhood guy. But no, yeah, I think it's going to be Steve and Tony. I think they, aside from the contractual crap, but in the flavor of the story, I mean, if you take those guys out, it now leaves you with a empty spot in the leadership role.
I'm with
and
you.
that's what's going to progress this into the next thing. So we can see Captain Marvel become the leader of the Ultimates, or whatever they put in there. And to touch on the Rhodey thing, I mean, Thanos did kill Rhodey about 2 years ago. So
About a year ago.
Yeah.
Civil War II was about a year ago.
well, it was the Free Comic Book Day one.
So I'm gonna chime in. So I agree with you there. So I think they're really, because of the contracts and because of the leadership, this would really be a good punch. So I think you might be right with Rogers and Tony. Definitely Tony, and why I don't think Rhodey will go away. If they kill Tony, they're gonna keep Rhodey. You're gonna want to keep one of those Iron Man type War Machines.
No, you put Frank in the suit.
Who I'm thinking is gonna get the suit, and I read this online. That's a possibility. Shuri, Black Panther's younger sister, being the tech wizard of Wakanda. Apparently, they're going to combine the Riri Williams Ironheart character with her. Kind of makes some sense. So we'll see her kind of take over that mantle if Tony dies. Which
I mean,
think might be cool.
I think that would be a misstep, though.
We'll see.
I mean,
but
why
it kinda
not
makes
keep
some
building
sense.
Riri?
They'll have to reintroduce a whole other character if they introduce Shuri. So if you combine Shuri and
Because everybody knew who Scott Lang was, and nobody likes Ant-Man.
True.
So
Everyone likes
I can see
Ant-Man.
that.
Point proven. Rocket. Everybody said, how are they going to make a movie about a talking tree and raccoon? They
And they
did
did it.
2 of them.
Yeah.
So why can't they do
You know,
a young African American girl to
I-
be the lead?
I
And
do gotta say with Cap and Tony though, for me it just does. It seems too easy. It actually seems the predictable route.
Who I
But
think's too predictable, who I definitely think is going to die. I think we missed a person who's totally going to die, and we saw it from the trailer. Because you got to take the fucking thing out of his head.
Vision?
Fucking Vision's going
Vision
down.
could go.
can you
That's
really
what
kill?
Vision has to be the
So
obvious.
when you turn a robot off, is it really killing it?
Exactly. That's why I think he's
It's
going to
possible.
die.
I think
See,
and
that's
It's
what
going to be
I
while he'll
said.
be gone for a while because they have to rebuild him again.
You mean he
But
couldn't?
he's gonna-
He couldn't have
he's
just
gonna
created a
use this
backup
guy.
of whatever that Jim had.
I think there.
He's not supposed to have
another
that,
one.
Jim.
Another one I want to throw out there that I think just kind of flew under the radar. Pym.
Him?
Hank.
I think
With the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie coming out afterwards? I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't know about that
I'm
one.
not maybe not in the first one, but more likely in the second one.
I don't know.
I'm throwing it out there.
I got you.
probably
Because they do have the younger female, if they want to bring out these other sidebar characters that they've introduced recently.
I mean, like I said, that one just didn't seem major enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
okay,
has enough.
like
Well,
there.
the thing is, it may not be major, but it'll still like with Pepper. That's kind of a major one, but more because that's going to break your heart watching how Tony reacts. to
True.
it. If they were to take
Just
out
break my
Pym,
heart.
think about how Hope
If
is
you
gonna
take out
win.
Pepper, then I think Tony will definitely risk it all, and he'll die.
So
We'll have
now,
them both go out,
did they just reintroduce Pepper just to kill her?
and that too.
Because I mean, she left the MCU for a couple years,
Yeah.
True.
and then all of a sudden she was back in Spider-Man, which was one of the bigger surprises.
Yeah.
Again, why not though?
I mean,
It would,
you're
it
true.
would, it would be for a good story.
She
Okay,
could be
that's
doing
her
the.
opinion, but it would be for a good story.
She's crying underneath that mask
I
right now.
really am. She is. I can guarantee you that.
All right,
I
guys,
really am.
those are our thoughts. Check out some of the other reactions. Check out their amazing, so cute reactions.
And somebody get Pepper Potts a pot of fairies.
Yes, please.
We'll have to do
Please
another
three.
follow-up prediction episode or also review once the film drops out. I think it's going to be fun to see it.
I mean, no, the film's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to
It's gonna be emotional. That's
Yes.
what it is. I'm not ready.
All right, guys, we have so much more episode. We have our picks. We have some cool interviews. I'm not even going to tell it all. what we're going to do in this episode. You're just going to be surprised as it comes across your screen.
As you just get your senses overloaded.
But before we get into that, I really want to show quick it because what I'm going to show you right after this is, for those who don't know, I cosplay occasionally like these guys. I am Tunnel Rat and Zap for the Finest G.I. Joe Costumers Club. And every year we raise money for charity. Last year our goal was $7,000, I think. This year we tripled that. Amazing. And being the charity officer, we selected the Canines for Warriors as our charity this year, where they get pets to help disabled vets get healed up and all of that. It's really a great charity. We raised a lot of good money for them. So right after this, I have a cool charity video that we put together to show our thanks to everybody that donated. We're gonna try to do even better next year to help give back. But it's a good charity, and we all appreciate you guys for doing that. So shout out to my fellow members of the Finest, the Costumers Club. Cosplay doing good.
Hey, congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
All right, guys, check it out and more episodes.
Peace.
Very proud of what we've accomplished over the last 3 years, and I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to all of our supporters. Thank you to all of the members of the Finest. We couldn't do what we've done without your help.
Hi guys, I'd like to take a minute to thank everybody for their support in this year's charity calendar campaign. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for donating. Thank you for your support. It is truly appreciated. Each year we get better and better at this, and we keep exceeding our goals. We could not have done it without you, so thank you to the community, the fandom, and everyone who contributed. Thank you to the Girls of the Finest, and thank you to Canines for Warriors.
All right, guys, this is Patrick, and these are my picks for your NRW of December 6th, 2017. First up, I have from Action Lab and Danger Zone Entertainment. It is Jupiter Jet #1. If you're a fan of The Rocketeer, which was one of my favorite films back in the 80s, it's based on a comic book of the same name. It's about a man with this cool little jetpack, and he goes flying around and he punches Nazis and bad guys all up in their face. It's really cool. I've always wanted to fly, and because I don't have superpowers like Superman, or I'm not a mutant or anything like that, I'm a man. You know, I would want to have a cool little rocket pack that I could just throw on my back and just fly all over the place. And, you know, that's what I loved about The Rocketeer. And with this new Jupiter Jet series that's debuting from Action Lab, it's about a girl named Jupiter Jet. and it's a young lady by the name of, what's her name? Jackie Johnson. Jackie Johnson. She has a cool little jetpack. She finds it, but at the same time, there's some bad guys that are looking for that, and apparently she's got that object from the wrong person. So there's bad guys with ray guns, and they're going after her. So really cool. I like the concept. You know, young girl and being, you know, a dad and having a little one who's all about comic books now. Now that I have kind of like a similar character that, you know, with me enjoying the Rocketeer, here's the Jupiter Jet character for her to get down with. So I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to reading it with her. Check it out. It's from Action Lab Entertainment. And shout out to the amazing creators on that, which is Jason Inman, Ben Matsuya. And from what I saw, and as you see on my side, a lot of cool dope covers that came out with it too. So they did a bunch of variant covers. So really cool. I'm excited to check it out and read it with my little one. Jupiter Jet #1. Next up, Black Lightning Cold Dead Hands #2 from DC Comics. For those that are not familiar with Black Lightning, he's a superhero in the DC universe. He by day is a teacher, and he has kind of like these lightning force powers. I'm not sure how he got it. But he is a superhero by night. So I like that concept of teacher by day, superhero by night, really serving the community. It's really cool. And if you are a fan of the CW and their universe with Arrow and Supergirl and some of the other, it's skipping my mind right now, the other show, but much love, Legends of Tomorrow. CW is getting the upcoming Black Lightning series. So if you want to get acquainted with the superhero of Black Lightning, Jefferson Pierce, check out the comic book before you get that CW series, because then it's going to blow up and it's going to be awesome. You're going to know all about Black Lightning. Super cool character because, you know, he's a teacher. He's really good. That's a true hero. Teaching the kids and stopping the bad guys at night. And it's being written. Also want to give a shout out to my buddy Tony Isabella, the original creator of Black Lightning, is penning this title. He came back to DC to work on the title again, and amazing art from my man Clayton Henry, who I loved with Valiant Entertainment and his work on Archer and Armstrong. So check that out. Black Lightning Cold Dead Hands issue #2. For my last pick, being it's the holiday season, y'all. You know, this episode December 6th, 2017. I'm all about the holidays right now. And with Valiant Entertainment, they're putting out an awesome book, Face Winter Wonderland. We've loved Faith with her work on Harbinger and as a member of Unity and just everything she's done. She's kind of one of those cool bubbly characters, superheroes that you can relate with, and they're doing a whole little Christmas type story with her. So check it out, and a lot of cool covers as you see to my side that they're doing with that as well, and with the amazing artwork of Marguerite Sauvage. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but I love her work and those details. So it's going to be awesome. Also shout out to Paulina Ganuscio, if I'm saying that name right as well. She's down on that title. So awesome books. Those are my picks, y'all. Jupiter Jet #1 from Action Lab, Black Lightning Cold Dead Hands #2 from DC Comics, and Face Winter Wonderland Special #1. Those are my picks, y'all.
die for
Burger.
what
I'm trying to eat a
I'm
burger. And all you want is I need a burger. I need a burger. No.
Let's take our days and just live them out. Life gets dark if you never visit Central Park. If you never see volcanoes spark. If you never raise a question mark. It gets tough if you never try to bungee jump or use the ocean beach to make some love. Isn't that what it's all about? Yeah! Life gets dark. It gets tough. Life gets Jump, take my hand and leave it all to luck. They'll never catch us if they don't look back. Girl, I promise you the fun won't stop. And we can do it all. Doesn't matter if it's big or small. Responsibilities go out the door. Let's discover what we're living for. Yeah! Trusting, holy music only, and we'll set onward, my love.
guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What's going on, guys? Adam here at Painted Visions, where you all need to come and be. Woo, I got Patrick here, got some fun people doing other things. So I'm going to go over my lists and my picks, and I'm going to give you guys 4 this week. Just because I want to. So my first bonus one I'm going to give you is Walking Dead, because it's right here. Walking Dead, we got issue 174, Solitary Life. It's a nice little, it feels like a one-shot about Negan. It's great.
We love Negan.
We do love Negan. Kirkman has definitely wrote himself into an interesting corner. He only makes you like the guy more in this issue. So this is my bonus pick for the week because everybody should always be Walking Dead. So now we're just going to move on to the real work.
But what about the show, though?
Moving on to real work. So my top 3 picks this week. We're going to start at number 3. It's going to be The Fix number 10. This book has been something that's been on my radar off and on. I believe I've picked it in the past, but it's about 2 cops that are essentially trying to get the easy desk job. So therefore, they are manipulating the system crookedly to take advantage. And there's been some murders. There's been some guys that does like nice calming meditation and cooking classes, but then you see him go in the next room and brutally murder people. So he's kind of like the head honcho of it all. But it's just a really fun book that's been put out by Image. I highly recommend it if you're just looking for a kind of serious, silly criminal action book. So that one I'm really digging. But my second pick this week is going to be Paper Girls issue 18. This is another Brian K. Vaughan book that everybody loves. Everybody loves Vaughan, right? I mean, we got Runaways on TV. I decided to give it a shot because I like the book. Never read the book, but I like his book. So, but this show
Also, Saga.
Oh, everybody reads Saga. Oh, God, Patrick. Jeez. But no, so Paper Girls. This book is finally in the past 2-3 issues given us what this book is all about, and I'm going to give you a slight spoiler. It's about time travel wars. So we have different generations traveling through time, trying to one-up and recruit other members for the resistance or whatever. So this book has traveled all the way from like the 1950s to the far distant future. So it's just been a really fun, crazy story following this small group of newspaper girls and how they have got thrown into this crazy thing. And the best part is they even made fun of Y2K at one point. So this has just been a great little book that I highly recommend. And my number 1 pick this week is going to be a book I have been waiting forever, and we now have issue 3. Batman White Knight, issue 3. I've been dying for this book to keep coming out. The first issue I couldn't wait for because, Mr. Murphy, I love your artwork. Why did I not have to wait even longer for Tokyo Ghost now? But I will wait patiently because you're giving me White Knight, and this book is phenomenal. In the last issue, we saw a little bit of confusing stuff where the Joker apparently had 2 different Harley Quinns throughout his little bit of a career. This is an Elseworld style story, so it's kind of standing on its own merits. But I'm highly recommending this story. It's really good. You're seeing the Joker in a different light where he's been cured of his sanity and is now trying to take on the Batman legally to prove that these villains only exist because the Batman exists. And in the first issue, he kind of proves the point. During the chase, the Joker maybe caused $1,000 worth of damage, where Batman racked up hundreds of thousands of dollars and almost killed people. So on that scale, who's really the bad guy? So again, that's Batman White Knight number 3. Come pick it up this week. Again, Adam, those are my picks.
Okay, so one of the things that I want to get off my chest, and I don't really have much of a way to do that, is I want to complain about the world of the comic book. And it's not that I have an actual issue with comic books themselves these days. In fact, as I've said before, it's my favorite medium to find out anything. It's a good place to read, to learn, especially as a cosplayer, as an artist, anything. It's a good medium to learn things. But I do have a very, very big issue, and that is when writers think their fans are stupid. You see, we are in a place where there's a lot of fan fictions, there's a lot of shipping going on, there's people coming up with their own ideas of everyone else's ideas, people who think they know what the creators and the writers are thinking and doing and wanting. When the fact of the matter is these writers listen to this stuff. They look at it and they go, okay, well, you know what? Let's give a little bit of that. What's that wonderful word? To me, it's a cuss word. Fan service. I think fan service is one of the most diabolical things that are happening in comics these days, because that's all you see is being force-fed fan service. Example, right here, right now, all these titles specifically about Deadpool. Just because his movie was a hit, the game was a hit, and everybody's like, okay, let's jam him down into his throat everywhere. Let's find every outlet possible to continually shove this down your throat because we think you're going to buy it. When the stories aren't that great. There's not very many moments, and most of it seems forced. And that's an issue that I have with all comic books these days. It all just seems forced. One of my favorite comic books, Red Hood and the Outlaws, because I love Red Hood. Ever since I first really started to learn about him, I love him. I started reading the new Red Hood and the Outlaws, and I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed by the fact that I'm a big Red Hood fan because the comic is not that great. They're trying to force feed you an idea to revamp the Trinity as a darker version when it feels like you're force feeding a pig broccoli. And I don't like this idea. It doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem genuine. It just seems forced. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that the writing's not great or the writing's not good. I'm not going to insult the artist. I'm not going to insult it. But what I am going to do is say, stop with the fan service. Back in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, there was a less fan service and more steak, less sizzle, less reason to believe something more. They gave you the story. They said, here you go. Do with it as you please. And now everybody's like, no, we want this. We want that. We want this. We want that. Stop. Let the comic artists, let people write what they want to write. Let people be as they want to be. Let them tell their stories. You should not dictate anything anyone else writes because you're not the one writing it. You can have an opinion, sure, voice it. That's what I'm doing right now. However, understand that when an artist, when a writer, when a musician, when a director, when anybody has an idea, it is their idea. It is their baby. It is their thing. Let them have what they want. Let them tell their story. If you don't like it, don't read it. If you want something different, write it yourself. Everybody seems to think they know everything that every character is going to do. Honestly, you're wrong. When an artist creates something, it is up to their interpretation of what it is, not you. You can perceive what you want from it, but don't take things too far. Understand that the artists are trying to do their own thing. Example, one of my biggest ones, right there. Captain America, Winter Soldier. Two best friends who are being shoved down everybody's throat as a potential couple. Basically telling you that you are not allowed to have a close friend unless you are going to have homosexual tendencies toward them. I have nothing against anybody of any gender, any sexuality or anything, but that is force-fed nonsense. Leave it alone. Stop trying to jam everything at everybody. Let the artists have their art. One of my biggest things in the world right now, and one of my favorite catchphrases is art over fame. You should focus on the art. Focus on actually creating. Stop worrying about everything else. Because then you might actually start to enjoy it a little bit more. That's all I got. All right, so Not Quite Accurate Cosplay back here once again at Painted Visions for another upcoming comics, or whatever the heck we want to call it. I am not official. I'm just here to do things. I just look official. Don't let me fool you. I'm here joined by Spiderlink and the Ravager of your dreams or nightmares, depending on what you did that day. And, well, I'm everyone's favorite emo Disney princess with a lot of rage built in. So I'm here to talk about my 3 picks for the week. And I have to say, these are 3 stories I'm very, very passionate about. First one's first, I got to go with Nightwing, number 34. And the reason I'm so passionate about it, if you didn't notice from the last time I was here, I came in as Raptor. Raptor has become one of my favorite characters in this entire arc that is going on right now. Raptor's revenge finally comes to a conclusion. And I'll be honest, I am absolutely terrified to read it. Not because I think it's going to be bad writing, but because I'm scared to know the fate of Raptor. I might cry a little bit. You won't be able to see it in the mask, I promise you. But this is a story that's been going on since the beginning of Nightwing's rebirth. And so finally seeing it come to a conclusion, and also the unfortunate farewell of Tim Seeley, who's moved on to the Green Lantern comics, I'm very excited to see how he's going to leave this off. And hopefully we get a Red Lantern Raptor sometime. Talking to you, Tim. My second choice, Deathstroke, number 26. Now I'm very excited about this because Deathstroke is, what's the best way to put him? Why am I asking you? You hate him. You don't know. Deathstroke is everyone's favorite uncle that you hate because he can't do anything right. Let's be honest, the first 10 issues were him trying to hang out with his daughter by paying a hit on her and trying to find who put the hit out on her because Slade. That's the answer to everything, is because Slade.
Stupid.
I realized the last time we were here, it was blame Barry. This time, it's because Slade.
Hashtag because Slade.
Exactly. But with this one, Slade's, trying to turn over a new leaf. He's trying to be a good guy, even if he's still trying to extort people for money because Slade. However, the secret society, which I think was formerly the secret society of supervillains, has caught up to him because he's being a good guy, and seemingly for a group of people who's evil, that's a no-no. You can't be good. So they have taken him prisoner to try to make him be punished for his crimes. But when we were left off, Dr. Icon seemingly has come back to life somehow after getting half destroyed by Jericho and has taken Slade hostage. So I'm anxious to see how that comes out, and I wonder if what's going to happen when Slade finds out that Dr. Icon was banging his son. I'm kind of interested to see where that goes. Now, speaking of banging, we go to the third choice of the week, Batman White Knight. Now, I was skeptical about this comic when it first came out. I'm like, okay, so you're going to give us the Joker as a normal human being trying to prove that Batman is the villain of the story. I don't know why I was nervous about that, but the last two issues have been phenomenal. The artwork is amazing. I love how they reintroduced classic Harley in, well, to use a wrestling term, in kind of a dusty finish, where they switched her out because Harley got tired of Joker's obsession and said, well, he's not going to notice me, so here's somebody else. I feel like that's half of, why my relationships fail, is somebody else got switched in because of it. However, I'm happy to see that not only did they do this, but in the next comic, little tidbit about it, the character formerly known as the new Harley Quinn is actually going to have a continued story because she doesn't like what Mr. Napier has been doing. She doesn't like the fact that he is no longer being himself, because to her, the Joker is not a person, it's an idea. And so her name is Marion Drews, by the way, has decided to transform herself into what she believes Gotham needs as the Neo Joker. And because it's been advertised everywhere, for some ungodly reason, it is a big thing that in this comic we're getting our first Joker Harley sex scene. Figure that out. Don't get your pages sticky. But anyway, so to wrap it up, my 3 picks for this week, we've got Nightwing with the end conclusion of Raptor's Revenge. We've got Deathstroke with the beginning of the fall of Slade, and Batman the White Knight, or as I like to call it, Napier Does Harley. So until next time, keep reading.
Alright, let's go watch.
Okay. Volume.
Oh no, hold on. Stop, wait! Okay, hold on.
Alright, there we
Loud.
Hello there. Welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. Let's just dive right in and run all the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. I have my regular old canvas here, wet and ready to go. Now, let's grab our trusty 2-inch brush here. Whack that off real good. Just beat it like it owes you money.
Lego folks to just
We're gonna
like-
get a little dab of our yellow snow here. We're gonna mix that with just another little dab of our Betty White. Now, let's just dance in a happy little sky. Now remember, this is your world. You get to make and break the rules here.
Mr. Magic.
Sweet baby Jesus. Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor. God, I love cocaine. So much.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
Holy fuck knuckles, I am high as a kite right now. Okay, let's paint in a few little happy trees there. Nothing wrong with making friends with trees. Now, what you don't want to do is eat these paints. Trust me on this one. All right, I'm gonna whack off again. That's right. That feels good.
There's a door.
Would you look at
Oh,
that?
sweet.
It seems like we have ourselves a finished painting. So from our family to yours, keep your pants dry, your dreams wet, and remember, hugs not drugs.
Shout out to Huxley Bird. That was dope.
That was awesome. My dreams have come true there.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
They did a good job. No, that was it.
That was it. Okay.
That
I
was
was
it.
like, it didn't stop. I didn't.
Shout out to Huxley Berg Studios. Recreated the Deadpool Wet on Wet teaser trailer. That was dope.
We did really good too.
Lego
like,
style.
Really good.
Hashtag all Lego everything.
Every day, everywhere.
Hello there. Welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. Let's just dive right in and run all the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. I have my regular old canvas here, wet and ready to go. Now, let's grab our trusty 2-inch brush here. Whack that off real good. Just beat it like it owes you money. We're gonna get a little dab of our yellow snow here. We're gonna mix that with just another little dab of our Betty White. Now, let's just dance in a happy little sky. Now remember, this is your world. You get to make and break the rules here. Sweet baby Jesus. Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor. God, I love cocaine. So much. Holy fuck knuckles, I am high as a kite right now. Okay, let's paint in a few little happy trees there. Nothing wrong with making friends with trees. Now, what you don't want to do is eat these paints. Trust me on this one. All right, I'm gonna whack off again. That's right. That feels good. Would you look at that? It seems like we have ourselves a finished painting. So from our family to yours, keep your pants dry, your dreams wet, and remember, hugs not drugs.
All right, guys, that is our episode for your December 6th, 2017 New Release Wednesday week.
Yes.
And here's our rundown with all the other cool pop culture stuff that are coming out.
No.
Besides comics that you'll be picking up at Painted Visions, Comics, Cards, and Games.
Okay.
Out on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, Despicable Me 3. Did y'all see the latest installment of the Despicable Me franchise?
Why is that even a thing?
Yeah, you're not
Why
down
is
with
it
Whoa.
Wait.
There's actually one extremely huge redeeming factor for this movie that I can't wait to see it.
I swear if you say the Minions, I'm going to hit you with this.
You don't like
No,
it?
Trey Stone's in it.
Exactly. As your cool 80s, you didn't see the trailer with him
No.
in his purple outfit? Well, I
Doing
forgot his
them,
name.
I don't remember either, but he's like dancing to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
No, I watched things with Clash.
He's like chewing bubble gum. He's got a big old mullet with a bald spot right there.
Yes.
I like how you know right where the bald spot is.
Well, if you're gonna have a bald spot and a mullet, I mean,
You make a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good argument.
but no, I'm actually looking forward to it. I haven't seen it. I know the girlfriend's gonna love it, but I mean,
Okay.
they're entertaining.
Yeah.
They're
It was in the.
cute.
I did see it in theaters with the little one because my daughter is all about the Minions and Despicable Me. It was a little bit boring for the previous two installments, but I was real tired that day, so I'm looking forward to finally checking it out again and not falling asleep.
So when we're gonna catch you cosplaying as All Natural?
I don't know. We'll have to see about that one. So that's out on DVD. Another DVD coming out, American Assassin. It's a slow week this week. American Assassin. I think it's a Bruce. It's another cookie cutter action flick. I don't know.
One of those Steven
I
Seagal
think
drug
Bruce
DVDs?
Willis, yeah. It has a pretty good cast from what I saw, but
You
if
said
you're
it's got
looking
Bruce
for
Willis
a
in
thriller,
it?
I want to say it's Bruce Willis. It might be.
Because
one
if
of-
it's Bruce Willis, can he just make Red 3 and call it a day?
Yes.
Hey, he's working on finally the third part of M. Night Shyamalan's terrible.
I mean, that's
superhero
great,
movies.
but can we get Red 3? So I'm just waiting for that.
Yeah.
Actually, I enjoyed. What was that called? The second one. Can't think of it now. Save my life.
With Bruce Willis?
No, the second part to Unbreakable.
Oh,
Split. Yes, because Split was great. Unbreakable's terrible.
I can hear the rage coming from people watching this right now.
You are the Red Lantern.
I am.
You are. And so there's not much out coming else this week. Games wise, I didn't see anything different. I think all the gamers, the gaming companies put everything out because they want you to buy this stuff for the holidays.
Yep.
I mean, we got Destiny. Fine. We got the Destiny Trial Curse of Osiris DLC today.
Oh, that came out?
Yeah.
Oh, so downloadable content.
Yeah, download. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
This is an attempt. So the Destiny 2 community, unfortunately, has decided the game was fun. There's just no content to keep us driving. There's no reason to keep grinding and digging and fighting. So we're hoping that this update will give us a little something to grind, fight for. But Destiny 2 has fallen short.
Oh, okay, cool.
It has.
And I know on
So that's only through like the download stores. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can go to your local store and pick up the download code there, and
Okay.
then just redeem the code. But
who does it? I'd rather go through the store. If I'm gonna buy straight digital, I'll go through the digital.
Well, there are some people in the world that don't think Sony deserves to have their credit card number.
That is true. That is true. You got me there.
I'll say on another aspect when it comes to games, I know Elder Scrolls Online released another DLC. I believe it's Clockwork City, which is attached to Morrowind. I think that just came out a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I know they've been doing because I think they're up to 10 million players now, and so there's a big deal going on with that for the next week or so. Like you go into the website, if you have an account, go in, log in, blah blah blah. You have a chance to win free crap. That's all I know.
You know what? That reminds me. I went to GameStop over the weekend. Not to be a commercial for them, but they had a great 70% off sale. They had some cool cosplay stuff and some other cool statues and stuff on sale. I know Painted Visions. You want to get yourself Painted Visions, probably even better selection and all that. All right, well, moving on before he gets mad at me. Really not much in theaters. It's the same stuff as last week.
I have this.
Nothing really geek-oriented coming out in theaters this week because, again, they've already kind of did their push already. But Shape of Water. That's that Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, that's the new Ape Sapien movie.
That dropped last week.
Oh my god.
But it was only in limited release this week. Now it's in a little bit more bigger distribution.
I mean,
Oh, good.
isn't that the Ape Sapien costume?
It looks
but it looks
exactly like Ape
fantastic.
Sapien.
I mean, I thought for a minute I was getting an Ape Sapien origin story, which I would have been better with.
I would have loved that.
It still is good, man.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
It would have felt different because you felt it tied into the Hellboy.
I mean, it looks exactly like him. I've seen what Del Toro can do. He can create some phenomenal,
Fantastic.
crazy-looking things.
Yeah.
Nothing in Pan's Labyrinth looked like anything from Hellboy.
He's got a point.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I think if we got an Ape Sapien movie, that'd be fantastic, personally.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that.
Just
But
gotta make sure to feed him
Shape of
what
Water
it
looks
is.
dope. Check it out.
Especially if you're into merman love.
And also
Well.
Coco. If you also speaking of the guys with kids and families with kids, yeah, Coco is I'm hearing a lot of rave reviews about that.
It's a
David
Pixar
Day-
movie.
Yeah, killer. So if you're looking for a movie to watch, go check that out. A lot of events going on this week. Up in New York, if you live there on Long Island, Ace Comic Con, formerly Wizard World. It's their new
I
convention.
didn't want anybody to know that, Patrick.
But I just gave it away. Ace Comic Con, it's their first show, and they're going to have pretty much the entire Justice League there minus Affleck.
Yeah,
that would have been cool to go
There's
see.
already a very big problem with that. Because I've been reading online the prices that they're charging for autographs and pictures with Cavill and
$350.
yeah, $350. That's
I told you not to get that new Henry Cavill 350.
to me. It's just, like I maybe I'm very terrible for this, but there's something a little wrong about paying over $20 for a scribble.
I look at it this way. I haven't had the heart to tell some of my customers because they get really happy that they spent their $150 and met somebody and got a ticket.
Yeah.
That's like bragging that you paid a prostitute to lose your virginity.
Yes.
That's
He's got a really good point.
I mean, I'll be honest. The cheapest one, Cyborg. You can hang out with him.
Now, my one customer had a great story where he's like, he couldn't afford to stand and pay for the line, so he just, went around the con, sad panda for the day. Then all of a sudden, while walking out that night, just happens to see Stan Lee in the parking lot. Walks up, introduces himself, gets an autograph. that is an interesting
That
story.
was a good
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we also told him, don't tell anybody else that paid $150 for that autograph.
Yeah.
Arguable.
But yeah, I mean, if you're into autograph prostitution,
If you got the money to spend, good on you. But
Yeah.
damn.
Yep.
But yeah, really
Damn,
cool. It's their
damn,
first
damn.
show, so I'm curious how this is going to turn out and if they're going to overcome their
Yeah.
previously bad.
also, if you're going to charge that much, you better be giving it away.
So Ace Comic Con is going on in Long Island, New York.
Yep.
In the DC area, over at the Washington Marriott Wardman Park, the Christmas special, Christmas in Japan, Anime USA. I used to be a part of that group. The Anime USA convention is all weekend, Friday, Saturday,
Yes.
Sunday.
Yep.
And we'll have representatives of Painted Visions and Amazing over there selling our wares. Go get some stuff from our friends. Shout out to Norin. He'll be there selling our wares at Anime USA. Y'all being big anime fans, have you ever been to Anime USA?
I have. Last time I went, I think it was 2012. It was pretty good. Or, wait, yeah, 2012. So I had to remember the date. But it was pretty good. I think that's the year they changed the venue, and the venue got really confusing.
Yeah.
That was insane. I'm like, okay, I have to get to this panel, but it says I need to go up a flight of stairs, around, and go back down another flight of stairs in order to get to this one section. I'm like, that was too much for me.
Yeah,
So-
that sounds about convoluted direction.
So hopefully they've learned their lessons. Let us know in the comments. But Anime USA, if you're an anime fan, they're doing a whole Christmas-themed thing with Anime USA this year. Over in Ocean City, Maryland, Ocean City Comic-Con, their first ever show. My buddy James Doofendoch, you can check out our interview with James on our YouTube page, hyping up this upcoming show. Former comics creator, well, he still is a comics creator, but now he's running his own show. Got some cool guests there. It should be awesome. And yeah, check out
It's a
Ocean
nice
City
location.
Comic-Con.
I'm sure Ocean City is a lot colder right now.
Probably not jumping into the water.
Why not? No polar bear plunge for you, Maggie?
Come on, fortify and do it.
But
Sorry,
check
not
it
so
out.
much.
Show them some love. In DC,
Again?
as well. We're back in DC. My buddy Action Jackson. He runs a cool gaming center not too far by the Amazing Comic Shop. He does a lot of art stuff. He does the after parties with Sonic Boombox and stuff when they have Awesome Con. They're doing a Star Wars art show in preparation for The Last Jedi.
Okay.
A lot of cool, dope painters, some live graffiti guys. It's going to be maze balls. A lot of cool stuff going on. And my pal, cosplayer Anita, is going to be hosting the whole event. So check out that event if you're in DC. And if you're in the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area and are a Harry Potter fan, Fantastic Beasts fan, my buddy Philip Joseph and his company, One Ring Productions, is putting on Wizarding Wonderland at the Selden Market. Bunch of vendors selling Harry Potter wizarding type stuff. It's gonna
This
be
is not a
really
good
cool
weekend for
experience.
wallets.
I know. People are going to be broke this weekend. I'm serious.
Case in point.
We're heading down to
Richmond.
Comic Con.
Oh,
VA Comic-Con.
Speaking of which,
which was next up on my thing, and I actually missed it. Shout out, because I used to do Richmond and Virginia Comic Con a lot. Shout out to my pals over at Virginia Comic Con at the Richmond International Raceway.
Yep.
It's this Saturday.
Yep.
Shout out to them.
Come find us. We'll be there.
They will be in the house. So it's just con after con after con. Oh, and the owner of Painted Visions, he will have another setup. Painted Visions will be in the house as well at Richmond Comic Con. We're all over the place. A lot of money coming out of Wallace this weekend.
hopefully,
You
hopefully
know?
it just runs away.
So a lot of cool stuff going on. Again, not too many other pop culture stuff. Just really quick, I wanted to touch upon some interesting news that are going down. Apparently, we should hear by next week, Disney and the Fox and the Marvel Studios, that whole thing about Marvel getting some of those Fantastic Four rights, X-Men rights. They've been talking. We may see it under the Marvel.
I'm happy, nervous, and every emotion in between on this.
Yeah.
I don't normally believe in deities and higher ups, but for the love of God, please, if this happens, do not, Disney, do not kill the rated R superhero movie tag.
Oh, yes, please.
I know you don't want to do it. Deadpool's not for everybody. He's for me. He's for him. It's for him.
Yes.
Not for kids. And Logan, it
We
was a
will
great
find
movie.
you. We will find you.
It needed to be rated R. It told a dramatic story. Yes, because
That
Disney's
is
all
my
right.
one major fear.
Disney has stated in the past, if they got the rights back, they will not do rated R movies.
Dude.
That is gonna suck.
You just melted my heart just
Yeah.
now.
I'm not saying that all these need to be rated R, but there are certain characters that deserve a good rated R movie.
You can't not like Deadpool. He has to be rated R.
Yes.
No, for what
Ryan
the
Reynolds
character-
was built to be fucking.
Yeah.
The wet on wet trailer. Shout out. That was another great trailer, by the way. But
Yeah.
come on.
Hold on, while I beat off my brush.
Yo, you just broke my heart.
You
just
ripped
now.
my heart out.
He told, didn't he?
First Pepper Potts,
Oh,
now rated R.
Stop.
And my work is done here.
Oh no, we're breaking sabers.
Emo is more emo. He's blacker than black. He's the
He
blackest.
just broke his lightsaber. Holy
Oh
crap.
my gosh.
His lightsaber needs a Viagra.
One last thing before we go. We can set you off. I gotta bring it back positive. We can't go off on this negative feeling right now. Quentin Tarantino and J.J. Abrams looking to work together for the next Star Trek movie. What do you think about Tarantino working on with Star Trek?
I mean, I'm okay with seeing a bunch of dead people first and finding out how they died.
Yeah.
What about Samuel L. Jackson running a starship? Because, Tarantino brings Samuel L. on everything. Having him, what are all these fucking what's going on this motherfucking Star Cruiser or some shit?
Yeah.
I mean,
On his
I can see it
Enterprise.
now. I mean, I'm still mad he didn't have bad motherfucker on his lightsaber.
I'm saying.
But, I mean, I want to see Samuel L. Jackson back in the Star Wars universe. But no,
Star Trek universe. Can you see him now crossing over? He will have touched upon pretty much all the major properties now.
I need somebody to do a
If he
tally
comes into the
count of how
Star
many
Trek
times this guy has pissed this guy off. Why in God's green spider link would there be Star Wars and Star Trek crossover?
No, I'm not saying that crossing over. I'm saying J.J. Abrams and Tarantino are going to work together for the next Star Trek movie. And if Tarantino works on it,
Yeah, but we're talking
you
Star
don't
Wars,
see.
then you know. No.
You don't want to see Samuel L.
No.
on the Enterprise?
No.
The only way I'll be okay with it is if I hear "Beam me up, motherfucker."
I'm saying if we can beat me up,
Or if he can be Worf's son or father.
bro, I'm telling you, that would be dope.
But that's not going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen?
No.
You don't think?
No.
They're going to work together. And I
They
bet we'll get a
always
Samuel
do.
cameo. We're going to get a Sammy cameo. And if we get Beam Me Up Motherfucker, fuck you. That's going to be awesome.
Maybe.
I think we're good. I think that brought up our spirits because you just brought me down. You're not going to have me thinking about that later. Fuck you, man.
The
All right,
bringer
guys.
and the ender of worlds right here.
That has been our episode. Giano, our Caylo.
He's currently heat stroking. He'll be back.
I will force choke you.
Maybe I'll like it.
What kind of a force choke?
I think you're breaking link here.
Yo, that has been our episode. We have 2 more episodes before we sign off for 2017. Our last episode will actually be here at Painted Visions. So we're going to sign off from 2017. We have our next shoot at Amazing. Then we'll be back here for our last episode. But, dude, it's been amazing. We'll talk about in our ender, like our favorite things of the year that happened and went down. But it's been a great time.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want us to talk
Yeah,
about,
oh, yeah, 'cause-
let us know.
Definitely.
We can bring some flair. We can talk about these things.
We're brainstorming the content, but we would love to hear what you guys think and what you want to see. If
We do this for you
yeah,
and us, but we do it for you. So what do you want? What do you want
yeah,
besides Les Patrick?
I know, right? I'm down. I'll be off camera.
Makes everybody else's jobs a lot easier.
For Adam, Brandon Red, Giano, I'm Patrick, and you're watching the New Release Wednesday show. This is the NRW giving you the NEW, and we're out of here.
That's good.
Cut!